When you are too big for where you are at. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. You know, Grandma sometimes used to say, you're too big for your britches. That means you've outgrown that clothing that you were wearing. But she also went on to say that sometimes you outgrow where you are, where you have been planted, and you have to replant somewhere else or transplant. And I truly do believe that. I've seen it in my own life on jobs that I could no longer grow on that job. It might have been a wonderful job. It may have taken me to a certain position or certain level. And then I couldn't go any further. I couldn't advance. The only way I could advance was to go to a different job. And there I could advance. And it's sort of like graduating high school and someone keeps going back after they've graduated. They can't advance there any further. They have to move on to college. And so I truly, truly do believe that that can happen in any area of life. It can actually happen even in social settings, that we get into a social setting, a group, that maybe we're too big for that group, meaning that, well, maybe they don't think quite the way you do, and maybe you make them uncomfortable, or maybe they make you uncomfortable, or maybe no one is uncomfortable. It just, you can't grow beyond that place, that group, that setting. It could be a geographical area. It could be just about anything in life where you need to grow. I was part of a group a while back. I'm part of a lot of different groups. I have wonderful groups in my life. And this group that I was a part of was a wonderful little group. It really was. And yet I realized I didn't fit in. I did not fit in. There was nothing wrong with the group. There was nothing wrong with the people that belonged in that group. They had a certain way of thinking, and that was how they thought. And my thinking was great big, and it just didn't fit there. And everybody was nice to me and all of that, and I was nice to them. But I realized it wasn't the right place for me. It wasn't the right fit. And that I had to transplant myself somewhere else. I had to go somewhere else. I had to be somewhere else. Sometimes we have to move in a different direction. Sometimes we have to grow where we can be big, that we can grow bigger. If you keep a plant that is meant to grow big in a small pot, it can't grow like it should. So sometimes we just simply have to move on, move forward, leave where we're at or what we're doing in a most positive way, knowing exactly where we need to be. And there are other times that we need to stay where we're at because, well, it's perfect. Okay? From my house to yours, I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.